dawn hasn't yet broken on this farm in Haddington, but already the working day has begun. And with that, the costs of making mozzarella start stacking up. The energy which powers this machinery is double the price it was last year. To minimise the financial burden, they're milking 2 times a day instead of 3.
From October, November last year, we've been putting up prices just about every month. And we try every month to explain to our customers the reasons behind that. It's well documented on the news, but we try to explain from our sector what's happening, and the input costs and everything else, packaging costs, labour costs, transport costs, and keep the customers informed as much as we can.
And a lot needs to be bought in order to create the final product and look after the animals. Feed for the cattle is hard to source at the moment, down to a lack of lorry drivers. Once again, pushing costs up. This is one of the most expensive feeds, and it comes from whisky distilleries. So last year it cost around £220 per tonne, and this year it cost around £420 per tonne. By 6:30, the herd is now heading out to the field. And they'll stay grazing for most of the day to minimise the amount of feed needed. Inside, the mozzarella making has been underway for a couple of hours. Cottage cheese and creme fraiche are also being produced here, and they're all packaged on site. By 9 AM, the first delivery is getting loaded. We're off to a pizzeria in Portobello. It's a key ingredient for their signature dish, and they're spending around £300,000 a year on it.
With a product like cheese, we have to just kind of take a bit of a hit on that. We have to kind of make the margins on other areas. We're obviously always wanting to get a good product, which is why we use like a local farm, so we're like always guaranteed to the quality we're getting. So we do have to take a certain margin hit on kind of some of the big products.
And customers waiting for a slice for lunch are noticing a difference as well, like mum of 2, Judith.
We're having less treats kind of over the month, like less takeaways and things. We're reducing that kind of cost and probably planning a wee bit better, kind of trying to batch cook more than we had done previously, and just be a bit more sensible with what we're buying.
It might not always be obvious why the cost of some of our favourite foods is rising, but the businesses involved each step of the way are feeling it too, constantly evaluating their operations to try and minimise the impact for their customers. Susan Ripple, STV News, Haddington.